They said she was the holiest soul in the convent, and yet on the night of her exorcism, she laughed, not a giggle, not a scream pretending to be a laugh. It was a deep, echoing laughter, guttural, gleeful, and inhuman. It spilled out of her throat like tar, staining the air with a darkness no incense could mask. Her name was Sister Mariana, a 28-year-old nun from a small convent hidden in the Appalachian Mountains of West Virginia. She had joined the order at just 19, after claiming to have received visions from the Virgin Mary during her sleep. The older nuns adored her. Parishioners called her the living saint, but saints don't carve crosses into their chests, and saints don't laugh when you hold up the body of Christ. It began quietly, a change in behavior, the kind that people politely ignore. Sister Mariana stopped eating. She was found standing barefoot in the snow, whispering in Latin, despite never having studied the language. The other sisters began to speak of her eyes, how they were always wide open, even in prayer, unblinking, locked on something behind them. Then came the flies. They appeared one morning in the chapel, thousands of them, buzzing and swarming the crucifix. When the priest entered to investigate, he found Mariana sitting on the altar, hands folded neatly in her lap, staring straight ahead as if waiting for someone. But the real horror began when she started laughing. It wasn't constant. At first, it came at night, muffled sounds echoing down the convent halls. One of the older nuns tried to comfort her in the darkness, only to return trembling and silent. She never spoke again. Finally, they called for an exorcist. Father Dominic, a man known for performing rites in some of the darkest corners of South America, arrived 3 days later. He brought with him a crucifix said to have been carved from wood, taken from the Garden of Gethsemane, and holy water from Lourdes. But Mariana only laughed harder when he entered her cell. "She already knows you," she whispered. "She watched you when you were 5. They tied her to the bed with rope soaked in blessed oil. She didn't resist. She just kept smiling, her lips pale and cracked. Her eyes stayed fixed on something in the corner of the room, something no one else could see. Father Dominic began the rite, and that was when the lights began to flicker. The air grew heavy, suffocating. The wooden floor groaned under the weight of something unseen. Mariana's body arched unnaturally, bones creaking, joints popping, but her laughter never stopped. If anything, it grew louder, richer, as if something inside her was finally free to speak. "I let him in," she said between gasps. "I let him in, and he likes it here." Father Dominic demanded to know who she meant. Her head turned, slowly, impossibly, until it faced the wall behind her. "He's older than your God," she crooned, "and when he laughs, the stars go out." At that moment, every candle in the convent blew out. Darkness swallowed the room. The nuns outside screamed as the temperature dropped suddenly. Glass shattered, doors slammed, and then silence. When the lights flickered back on, Mariana was unconscious. Father Dominic knelt beside her, whispering prayers. He believed the entity had fled. The ordeal, as far as he knew, was over. He left the convent the next day, broken and weary, but certain he'd triumphed. But Mariana never woke up. She remained in a coma for 6 days, hooked to machines at a nearby hospital run by the church. Nuns came to visit. They prayed, they cried, they laid rosaries on her chest, but the doctors had no explanation for her condition. Brain activity was normal, heart rate steady, but it was as if she simply wasn't there. On the 7th night, the hospital's power went out. Security footage showed a flicker of light in Mariana's room, and then nothing, until sunrise. When a nurse came in to check on her, she screamed so loud that staff on the floor below heard her, because Mariana was gone, not escaped, gone. The bed was empty, the wires neatly unplugged. The rosaries were melted into the mattress. On the wall above the bed, someone, or something, had written a message in black ash: "I never left." That same day, the convent burned down. No cause was ever determined. The fire spread fast, consuming everything in under 15 minutes. By the time firefighters arrived, only one thing remained untouched: the altar. And sitting atop it was a photograph. It was a candid shot, taken months earlier during a Sunday Mass. The image showed Sister Mariana among the other nuns, smiling, hands folded. But if you looked closer, just behind her shoulder, you could see something else. A tall, dark figure, thin, hollow-eyed, with a mouth too wide. Its face was twisted into a grotesque grin. No one in the convent remembered seeing that figure that day. It had never appeared in the original negative, but it was there now. And in every photo Mariana had ever appeared in, even ones decades old, it had started showing up, watching, waiting, smiling. Because what they finally realized was that the exorcism had never ended. It had never even begun. She wasn't the one possessed. She was the invitation, and the one who came in is still here.